What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Marie. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by and watching a perfume video with me. If you're already a part of the family, then welcome back. Thank you guys for your love and support. I really do appreciate it, and I want to say a big shout out to all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for pushing that subscribe button. It means a lot to your girl, okay? Every time I see that number go up, I get so happy. You just have no idea, okay? If you're new to the channel, let me just introduce myself real quick. Again, my name is Amanda. Over here, I love to share my fragrances with you guys. I love to talk about all things fragrances. Sometimes I do other things like hair reviews, fashion reviews, makeup and stuff like that. Every now and again I do a chit chat. Even though I haven't done a chit chat with you guys in a while, I need to do that to catch you guys up on what's going on with me and my life. Child, my life is right now at the moment very low key. All I really do is go to work, come home, do YouTube, do Instagram. So yeah, it's kind of boring, but I still love to chit chat with you guys and catch you up on the latest and greatest on what's going on with me. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some fragrances that I have been loving at the moment. And what's so crazy is, you guys know I have a big collection, but I go through this phase where I am in love with the fragrance all over again. Like I'll fall in love with the fragrance that I bought like a year ago, 2 years ago, and then I wear it all the time. Or I'll just add a fragrance to my collection and can't get enough of it. So I kind of go through that up and down type of situation, but that is anybody that has a fragrance collection. You know, we go through that. But these fragrances that I'm going to talk about are fairly new to my collection. I want to say maybe 2 of them I've had for maybe like a week, 3 weeks now, maybe a month now, but the other ones are fairly new, and I'm going to share them with y'all. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a live that I did a while back with the fantastic Mr. Fox on Instagram and YouTube. We send each other fragrance samples all the time, and he sent me a sample from this fragrance house, and I believe they're an indie house. You can only get their fragrances online. They're called Happy Land, okay? So he sent me a sample of Rhyolite, which I did buy a full bottle of that one. Where is it? Here it is. Rhyolite from Happy Land. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. If you have it, comment down below. I will go into more detail about this fragrance and this brand in another video. By that time, I probably will have had I'll have a full-size bottle of this one. I bought the big fragrance. I bought this one, okay, and then I bought 2 samples of Happy Land Extreme, which is a little bit more of a masculine type of scent. And then I bought Paisley Dreams. Oh my God. Both of these were blind buys, but when I tell you I fell in love with Paisley Dreams, it is so beautiful. It smells like this boozy kind of candy-like fragrance, and it's definitely full bottle worthy in my opinion. And I just want to give you guys a few of the notes in this fragrance. And you know what, the fragrances are really, really affordable. So for a full-size bottle, it's about $55. So I mean, you can't beat that. The fragrances, when I tell y'all, the fragrances are bomb, baby. The fragrances are giving what they're supposed to give, and I'm here for it. With that price tag too, say no more, okay? I really want a full-size bottle of Paisley Dreams. The description online says that it is a unisex fragrance, but to me, I feel like it's leaning more feminine, because it does have this like candy type of scent in the fragrance. But the notes includes ylang, anise, bergamot. Those are at the top. In the middle, you get heliotrope, you get cashmere rose, hedione, and rosemary. In the base, you get myrrh, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, honey, and musk. And y'all, I'm not real big on honey in fragrances, because in my opinion, they can go very, very bad on my skin, and they end up for some reason smelling like tuberose, very vintagey. if it's overdone or not blended, you know, to perfection, it goes bad on my skin. This is beautiful. It says Happy Land is marketed directly to women, but it is unisex. A rich blend of florals, spices, honey with a dash of incense. Paisley Dream will certainly make dreams come true. This is amazing. It is so good, y'all. It has this very like sexy, alluring appeal to the fragrance. I would not classify this as a gourmand, but when I tell you, it has a sweet, candied, like candied note in this fragrance that is just, I mean, I can't get enough of this fragrance. I'm definitely like gonna get a full-size bottle. The shipping was amazing. I want to say I ordered the fragrances from Happy Land on a Thursday night, and it was in my mail Saturday. So the fragrances are amazing. Again, I will do a full review on the fragrances at a later date, probably when I get my full bottle of Paisley Dream. It is a must-have in my collection. I can't like give you any other fragrances that it even comes close to resembling or reminding me of anything I have in my collection. But to be honest with you, I have nothing in my collection that even comes close to what this fragrance smells like. But it is chef's kiss. Stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way when I drop the video for Happy Land, you can watch it. Okay, now the next fragrance that was sent to me through PR is Moss Bold from Commodity. We'll pop up a picture so you can see what the fragrance looks like up close, because my camera is not really doing it any justice. But the accords on this fragrance, it's described as a mossy, earthy, woody patchouli scent. It's aromatic. It has a little citrus in the fragrance as well, and it does have a little bit of musk in the dry down. The notes include oak moss, bergamot, and petitgrain in the top. In the middle you get musk. In the base you get patchouli and juniper berry. Now this scent is right up my alley. Because if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a very earthy type of girl. You know, I love natural scents of the earth, the elements, grass and fresh dirt and rain and stuff like that. And that's what this fragrance is giving me. I feel like the oak moss though gives it something special, something extra, a little bit of sexiness. I will tell you, the bergamot in the opening is very bright, and I feel like that's what gives this fragrance its citrusy feel. Now it does have patchouli. Now I'm not gonna lie, the patchouli in this fragrance is very prominent. So if you're not a fan of patchouli, you probably will not like this fragrance. But again, this fragrance is very earthy. It reminds me of what it would smell like outside after a nice downpour, after it rains. That's what this fragrance is giving. And I feel like that's because of the oak moss as well. To me, oak moss has a very, it has an earthy smell to it as well, but it has a little damp feel to it, kind of aquatic, kind of wet, you know, feel to that scent is what I pick up whenever I smell oak moss. This fragrance is very earthy, very woody. Again, it has a citrusy smell to it. I will tell you, it reminds me of two fragrances, actually three fragrances: Creed Aventus and Morning Chest by Valentino, and also L'Aventure by Al Haraman. Moss Bold reminds me of those fragrances. Now it does say juniper berry. Juniper berry can come off a little fruity to me in my opinion, but maybe that's what is possibly giving it a slightly sweet smell to the fragrance. But honestly, I don't get anything fruity or sweet in this fragrance whatsoever. I feel like this is really unisex in my opinion. Anybody can pull this off, and I'm really loving this fragrance. Let's see what other people are comparing it to. A fragrance by Le Labo called Bergamot 22. Gentle fluidity, but the silver bottle. Smells just like Creed Aventus. Okay, Creed Aventus for her and Creed Aventus for him. and I love it. I love citrusy, earthy, woody type of scents with that oak moss note. Love it. Okay, speaking of the next fragrance we're gonna get into, which I've talked about before. I don't know if have I done a full review on this fragrance. I don't think so, but it'll be coming up in the next couple of videos this week. But this is from Maison Francis Kirk de Jean, and this is La Homme à la Rose. Okay, I'm not a big fan of rose fragrances. You guys know this about me. My rose fragrances have to have some heavy notes in the base, like oak moss or something green, woody notes, cedar, patchouli, vetiver, things like that. You see where I'm going? I don't know why I'm not like big into those bright pinky girly girl type of rose fragrances. Like, they've never been my vibe. Like, I've never been into it. It's just not my thing. You guys, when I tell you this is a beautiful rose scent, now it is marketed for men, but after I've read some of the reviews on Fragrantica, a lot of men don't really go for this rose scent. Some of them commented and said that it's too feminine, and I can see that. You know, it's not over the top feminine. Like, I don't want you to think like, you know, if you're a guy watching this video and you've been thinking about buying this fragrance, in my opinion, I would say it's very unisex. Okay, I would not say it leans more either way. I would definitely say it's a very unisex. I would even go as far to say it's more masculine in my opinion than it is feminine. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, so in the top you get May Rose, you get Damask Rose. Actually, it doesn't give you the breakdown top, middle, or base. It just names all the notes. Again, you have May Rose, Damask Rose, Grapefruit, Amber Wood, Sage, and Spanish Labdanum. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's described as rose, amber, citrus, woody, aromatic, herbal, a little spicy, a little musky, very green. I feel like I can pick up on the green, like the stem of the rose in this fragrance. Like I said, it's not gonna be your feminine type of rose fragrance like Delina or anything like that. You know, it's not that at all. It's giving very much, in my opinion, woody, you know, spicy. It has that masculine, you know, touch to it. And I always seem to find that fragrances for men have a citrus opening. Okay, it is gonna be grapefruit, it's gonna be lemon, or it's gonna be bergamot, and this one is giving me those feels. Okay, but I think it's beautiful. Like right now I probably have about a good 4 or 5 nice rose fragrances in my collection that I'm totally fine with. Okay, like I don't need a bunch of rose in my collection, but there is a rose that came to my attention, and one of y'all commented on it, and it was Rose 31, which I do have a sample. That is from Le Labo, and I cannot remember your name right now, but baby, you are absolutely right. This is a gorgeous rose scent, and I feel like I want to add this one to my collection. It's a rose that I really do love. If you and I share the same taste when it comes to fragrances, and you like La Homme à la Rose, and you might want to put your nose on Rose 31. I will also tell you, this is not like a dupe. Okay, they are similar in a way where you have the rose, and then you have something green. So if you like Flora Botanica by Balenciaga, you may like La Homme à la Rose. Okay, we all know about this one. I've talked about this one before. It has this musky rose scent, and you can smell the green in this fragrance. It does have a note of cannabis. This fragrance is very musky, dewy. It has like a wet type of feel to it. They vibe the same. Okay, they vibe the same. So I just want to give you guys an idea on like what this one kind of reminds me of that realm of fragrances that is very reminiscent of La Homme à la Rose, Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. But I've been loving the hell out of this fragrance. It is so, like, I've worn it to work probably about 3 or 4 times already. I try not to go overboard with this fragrance. I feel like the longevity and the projection is moderate, and it lasts all day. Okay, don't get me wrong. Now, projection wise, I feel like hour 4 or 5, it turns into more of a scent bubble, sitting closer to the skin, in my opinion. So, but overall, it's a great fragrance. If you're interested, put your nose on that one, okay? I did a whole dedicated video on this fragrance, and I put it up last week. I will link it up here at the top if you've not watched it. Ebony Wood. Funny thing is, I was literally on the Zara website a few days ago, and I was like, I need to get a backup bottle of this because I feel like I never, ever not want to have this in my collection. Oh my God, the girls was so right about this fragrance. This is amazing. The nose behind this fragrance is Jo Malone. And I'm not real big on Jo Malone fragrances. I think I talked about that. I touched on it in that video. This fragrance makes me want to re-explore Jo Malone. I have smelled a ton of Jo Malone fragrances. I think I've even got a couple of samples and played with them. The thing about Jo Malone fragrances, and some of you may agree or disagree, but I just feel like they don't last on my skin. This one is making me rethink everything about Jo Malone. Like, I feel like I just need to go and explore Jo Malone again. But with Ebony Wood, it's described as a warm, spicy, woody fragrance. And the notes include, there's 3 notes, okay? Ebony Wood, cloves, and pink pepper. Like, I ain't even had to look at it because I already know 3 notes, boom, bam, boom. I feel like there's something sweet in this fragrance, and I don't know if it's vanilla. Maybe it's vanilla. In the dry down, I get something very sweet out of this fragrance. I don't know if it's the Ebony Wood. I'm not very familiar with an Ebony Wood note. It could be a sweet woody you know, note. A sweet wood is what I'm trying to say. But the pink pepper is very played down in this fragrance. You would think it would be kind of spicy. It's a soft spice, okay? It's not just over the top spicy, okay? But I'm definitely picking up on the cloves. The cloves kind of give this fragrance like a herbal type of feel to me. But this is a gorgeous scent. Like, this fragrance just, it comforts me. It just makes me happy in a way. It makes me calm. I feel like it's an easy grab for me. I feel like it totally fits like my scent profile and everything I love in fragrances. Like, y'all know, I'm a very, I guess you can say when it comes to fragrances, by looking at me, you never would think this, but I like for my fragrances to be a little dark, you know. I'm just at that point in my life. My palette for fragrances has changed so much over the years. If you've been following me since I started my channel, I have went in a totally different direction from when I first started recording. But this is right up my alley, man. I can just see me wearing like the sexiest black dress and spraying myself down with this fragrance. It would just set it off for me. Like, this, I am so in love with this fragrance. Like, I want the candle. I need a backup bottle. Like, do they make a lotion? Like, somebody comment down below. I need the lotion, the shower gel. Like, I need all of it. I need it all because this is just amazing. I can't get enough of this fragrance. Ebony Wood from Zara. I've been sleeping on that scent. But you know what the problem is? Zara is really popping right now. Like, Zara is letting the girls have it when it comes to these fragrances. Whoever y'all got on y'all team Zara, I hope y'all paying them well because they making you some money, okay? The problem for me has been that when I go to my local Zara stores, they have no fragrances, so I'm not always able to like smell them. And I'm trying to get away from blind buying, because blind buying a fragrance and you smell it and you just want to like throw that damn bottle across the room. You want to scream, like you want to cry. It's nothing worse than blind buying a fragrance and it sucks, okay? Let me get a sample first and then go from there. Most of the fragrances that I've been adding to my collection, I've been smelling them first. Blind buying does give you like this thrill, but when it comes to my coins, like I don't care about the thrill. Like I don't care about the thrill. Now, I have talked about this fragrance before, okay, in a recent haul video. I've not done a dedicated, what? I thought I had a big dent. When I had it like that, I was like, oh my God, my dent. But no, this is how it is. It's a little dent. It's a little dent. But this is Voci Viva Intensa by Valentino. This fragrance came out last year in 2021. I was in Ulta and, you know, just kind of going through the fragrances, and I smelled this one. And I fell in love with this fragrance. This is a very sweet fragrance to me. It's described as a white floral with citrus, vanilla, moss. It has a little earthy feel to it, a little powdery dry down. The notes include mandarin orange, bergamot in the top. In the middle, you get orange blossom, jasmine sambac. In the base, you get bourbon, vanilla, and moss. Oak moss and moss kind of gives me the same feels. Not kind of, but yeah, they give me the same feels, okay? That earthy, damp type of, you know, smell. Oak moss just makes fragrances very sexy, like saffron. You add saffron or oak moss to a fragrance, like it is totally beast mode. It's like the sexiest thing ever. Those two together, boom, man, you have a beast mode sexy ass fragrance on your hand. Now this one doesn't have saffron, it just has the moss, but this is beautiful. I'm loving the orange blossom in this fragrance, and that's another thing I've learned about myself as I've, you know, I'm going through this fragrance journey, is that I love orange blossom. Now, if you would have asked me like 2 years ago, I would have told you no, I cannot stand orange blossom, because back then it was coming off very vintagey, like old lady smelling to me. It's kind of like when you like turned 21 and you started drinking and you was all into the fruity drinks, and then when you turn like 27 or 30 you start getting into wines. As you know, collect, or you know, have your little collection or whatever, it's certain notes that you hated in the beginning that later on down the road you actually start to enjoy. That's how I feel about orange blossom and, you know, other different type of notes, except for tuberose. me and her, we hit or miss, okay? We hit or miss. We still working on our friendship, you know. Now in the opening, it does say that it has a note of bergamot and mandarin. Now, I don't get a lot of bergamot in the opening, but it is very bright when I first spray it. But I'm picking up more on the mandarin. And the mandarin is not necessarily like citrusy. It just gives the fragrance a beautiful, bright opening, in my opinion. Love to layer this with Billie Eilish, the vanilla fragrance. It does remind me a little bit of Donna Born in Roma. I'm not gonna lie, they're almost like the same. Really, you don't need both in your collection if you're trying to figure out which one you're gonna get. I think it's just gonna come down to preference, but they both smell the same to me. If you're gonna wear it to work and then you're gonna go somewhere after work, you probably need to, you know, respray. But I think this is a gorgeous scent all around. I'm in love with it. Again, this is Voci Viva Intensa by Valentino. My last fragrance was a fragrance that I just received in PR from the Attar Collection USA. Thank you for Attar for sending me this fragrance, and thank you to Commodity as well. I forgot to mention that. Thanks Commodity, thanks Attar for sending me these fragrances. So this one is Queen Sheba. Now, I love this fragrance. I love their packaging. I will be getting into this in a later video. This is the bottle. Again, this is Queen Sheba. Let me pull up some notes. So this fragrance is a fruity floral with some sweetness, a little tobacco, a little powder, a little amber. It does have tuberose in it as well. To my nose, the tuberose is undetected, okay? I don't smell the tuberose at all. The notes in this fragrance include peach, osmanthus, tobacco leaf, incense. In the middle, you get tuberose, citrus, jasmine, red rose, and in the base, you get a white musk and amber. I'm not gonna lie, this fragrance reminds me a lot of Good Girl Gone Bad by Killian, but what sets it apart, in my opinion, is the tobacco and the incense, okay? Just imagine, you guys may already know what Good Girl Gone Bad smells like, but just think of an added note of tobacco and incense, okay? So it's gonna be a little heavier, it's gonna be a little smoky, you know, but it's basically Good Girl Gone Bad beast mode, okay? Like beastly. That's exactly what it is. If you feel like Good Girl Gone Bad is a little bit too light for your taste, get this one. Get Queen Sheba. Like, she is beastly. She is Good Girl Gone Bad, but smoking a cigar. Like, I cannot like dislike this fragrance because it reminds me of one of my most favorite fragrances in the whole wide world. Y'all know how I feel about Good Girl Gone Bad by Killian. This is beautiful. Now, Good Girl Gone Bad, I feel like you can wear that one mostly spring and summer and maybe fall. This one I would only reserve for fall and winter because of that tobacco and incense accord or note. But I could wear this on a sexy day night in spring and summer for sure. The longevity on it is amazing. The projection is amazing. It's an awesome fragrance. I do have a discount code for you guys down in the description. You can save 10% off on your order. So if you're thinking about getting anything from the Attar collection, click the link below and use my discount code. I will put it up here so you guys can go to the website and purchase and save some money. I also have a discount code for Commodity, and I will link the Commodity video somewhere up here so you guys can take a look at that discovery set. I have a whole discovery set of all their fragrances, okay? If you're interested in a commodity scent and you don't know which one you want to get, go check out that video. And also I will put my discount code here. The link is also down in the description. Go and save 10% on your purchase, okay? Why pay full price when you don't have to? All right, save you some money, girl. So those are the fragrances I have been loving right now. Comment down below if you have any other fragrances I've mentioned in this video. Let me know how you feel about them. And yeah, recommend some to me. And also let me know what you're loving right now. Okay, what fragrances are you loving that you just like can't put down? Let me know down in the comments. If you have watched this video all the way through, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? Click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload and you don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.